for this Y20 event, which has been given to us by the ministry, is peace building and reconciliation, ushering in an era of no war. Fortunately, the Symbiosis philosophy or the Symbiosis motto has also been similar to this theme. The Symbiosis motto, as you all know, is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and therefore it is in sync with the theme of peace building and reconciliation. Today the program starts in the evening at 5 o'clock. So we will have, there are students from Y20 countries that have come to our campus, primarily from countries like Argentina, Australia, Brazil, France, Germany, Indonesia, Japan, Italy, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, United Kingdom, USA, and of course from some EU countries. Plus there are a lot of students from, and of course Indian students, because we are hosting the G20 presidency, and many students from non-G20 countries, because as our Honorable Prime Minister has always said that the Indian G20 presidency is not just for the G20 countries or to discuss the issues related to G20 countries, but to also see how the impact on other countries and more so on other developing countries happens positively. And in the same context, we have invited students from Nigeria, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Togo, Yemen, Afghanistan, Botswana, Gambia, Chad, Lesotho, Nepal, Bhutan, Kenya, South Sudan, and Sudan. So primarily from African, Southeast Asian, and West Asian countries. Today, there is a cultural program organized by our students and students from G20 countries on the theme of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We also have showcased Maharashtra through a very innovative way by creating a Symbiosis Kalagruha, which is like an exhibition by artisans from Maharashtra. So there will be artisans who will actually be creating certain things in their defined stalls, and these participants of G20 countries will be able to see the rich traditions and heritage of Maharashtra. So this is the program, and I'm very happy to inform that the Home Minister of Bhutan, a very young dynamic person, His Excellency Ukyen Dorji, will be addressing the students on the happiness index. Again, with the same theme of peace building and ushering, an era of no war. So, Mr. Ukyen Dorji and of course our Chancellor, Dr. S.B. Muzumdar sir will be there. They will inaugurate this Symbiosis Kalagruha and also address the students. So this program is from 5:30 p.m. onwards. To showcase again the rich culture of Pune city, our school students will be performing Lejin to welcome all the delegates of the G20 countries. So that is again something innovative and something that the G20 country students will appreciate. From tomorrow, from 11th March, which is the inauguration of the actual G20, the Y20 conference, we have various sessions, as I said. The first session is on climate change. Our program starts from 9 o'clock in the morning. After the registrations, we have a discussion on climate change with again speakers from India and abroad. Then we also have a session on education reforms. So we will be discussing the new education policy and also education reforms from other countries. So there are speakers. We have one of our alumnus, Simon, who's actually from Sudan, but now a program manager for education and peace in UNESCO in Iraq. So he will be speaking. Likewise, there are young, dynamic speakers from Argentina who will be speaking at this session. And then after these two sessions on climate change and education reforms, at 11:45, we will have the Honorable Minister, Shri Anurag Thakurji, the Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports and Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, who will speak along with Dr. Muzumdar sir. And we have another very important keynote speaker who has written extensively on this topic. In fact, we just released his book called World Without Wars. He is Mr. Sandeep Waslekar, who is the president of the Strategic Foresight Group. So he will be addressing the students on the theme of the conference. The minister will have a youth dialogue with almost 600 to 700 participants, which are young participants, both Indian and participants from G20 countries, where the minister will have a Yuva Samvad with the delegates. Then in the afternoon we have sessions on gender-related conflicts. We have speakers from France, Nigeria, and India. And then we have a session on legal reforms where we will look at what are the legal reforms that have taken place. And again, we have someone speaking from Northeast. We will, of course, we've shared the detailed program. Someone from Meghalaya, then from as a policy advisor from the Parliament of India, and our own Vishwas Nangre Patil from Maharashtra. He's again a very young, dynamic, public speaker. So he will be addressing. A very interesting session is on Vikas politics, which is development politics. So we have looked at how development happens, and through various policies that are framed. So we have a student who is from Pune, but who studied at London School of Economics. So he is a Chevening scholar who will be speaking. We have the district collector of Ernakulam, again a young dynamic lady called Dr. Renu Raj, and someone from Oman, a small country which has done extensively well in infrastructure through policy reforms. So we have Kairavi Khemji, again a young speaker from Oman. And the last session is on future of work, where we will be discussing on Industry 4.0, innovation and 21st century skills. Here again we have a TEDx speaker, we have Rama Kirloskar and Biswajit Mohapatra. The emphasis is on young speakers, young moderators and a young audience. So in the literal sense, the Y20 conference will be a very exciting, inspiring conference for the young people. And we hope that we will be able to fulfill the objectives of the Ministry of Youth Affairs for having selected Symbiosis as their partner university. At the end of the 2 day session, we will of course submit policy papers on these various topics to the Ministry of Youth Affairs, which then they can incorporate in their G20 policy deliberations. So I think this is from my side. I would request Mr. Akasha to give a perspective from the Y20 Secretary.
Thank you, ma'am. And as iterated by ma'am, first of all, we are very happy to launch our first official consultation in Maharashtra with Symbiosis universities, and two themes that have been selected, that is ushering an era of no war. पुण्याला एक सांस्कृतिक सिटीचा टॅग आहे, तर त्यामुळं आपली संस्कृती, भारताची संस्कृती आणि सिम्बायसिसचं वसुदेव कुटुंबकम ह्या टॅगलाईनला पुढे घेऊन आम्ही ushering an era of no war and peace building याच्यावर फर्स्ट सेशन आहे. And since Pune also inhabits a large trunks of industrial belts as well as IT belts, so that is why the second theme, future of work, has been done. And following these events, the deliberations that would be done here, it's not restricted to that it would be close to this small event. These policy papers would be going ahead for the final negotiations pan G20 when this final summit would be taking place. So पुण्यामधून जे पण सूची, सूचना, अनालिसिस युवकांच्या माध्यमातून येतील ते एक आंतरराष्ट्रीय पटलावर त्याचे नेगोशिएशन्सला मांडणी पुण्याकडून काय आहे त्याला एक धरणी म्हणजे त्याला एक कन्सिडरेशन मिळण्यात येईल. आणि ह्याच्यानंतर पॅन महाराष्ट्र वी आर स्टार्टिंग विथ सिम्बायोसिस अँड हाऊ द गव्हर्नमेंट इज ट्राईंग टू इन्व्हॉल्व, म्हणजे महाराष्ट्रातून प्रत्येक युवकापर्यंत कसं पोहोचता येईल. तर ग्रामीण भागात आम्ही Y20 चौपाल्स या माध्यमातून प्रत्येक ग्रामीण भागाचा सुद्धा एक आवाज याच्यात कसं समावेश करता येईल. भारताकडं प्रेसिडेन्सी आहे, पण भारताचं युवक जगाकडून कुठली अपेक्षा ठेवतोय, तर या माध्यमातून आम्ही Y20 चौपाल्स याचं एक जसं सिम्बॉयसिसचा इव्हेंट, सिम्बॉयसिस इव्हेंट इज द लॉन्च फॉर अस इन महाराष्ट्र.